Hi, this is Meteorologist Steve Pellettiere, and I am the Weatherman. Thanks for checking into the weathermanpod.com on your Friday, 28th day of the month of March 2025. And it looks like we've got some real springtime weather coming up across the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast this weekend. On Saturday, temperatures will be touching 80 degrees, and a lot of folks will go, boy, that never happens. Well, I'm taking a look at some of the records for the Northeast, for Philly, New York City, Newark, up in Boston area, and surprisingly, the record high temperatures for the 29th day, that's Saturday, 29th day of March, pretty close to about 90 degrees. Now, if you think it happened recently, you're wrong. It happened back in 1945. As a matter of fact, 1945, we had record temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees in many places across the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. As a matter of fact, it looks like the two-day period, 28-29, had those two very, very warm days. And the records for the 30th and the 31st, roughly the middle 80s. That was set back in 1998. So, yes, some recent, back in 1998, around 27 years ago, but also looking back into the 1940s. That's when you have some of the records. So, but again, you always have to keep in mind that our records only will go back to about maybe 1865. Before that, you have to use either the amount of growth from trees, usually tree rings, also some carbon dating of some fossils, if you might, and also checking out the oxygen in some of the ice and ice flows that you might be getting across the Arctic regions. That might give you an indication of what the temperatures were for that time of year. So, really, we don't have that much as far as weather records are concerned in order to give a very accurate picture of what is normal and what is not, and what are the trends and what are the extremes. We can still see some of those. Either way, we are looking at a pretty good day for your Friday. It looks like partly sunny skies, temperatures generally ranging between 60 and 65 from D.C. up to the Boston area. Of course, a little bit cooler up in Boston, a little bit warmer down in D.C., and tonight, there might be some showers with a warm front arriving, and then it looks like some showers also later in the day or evening hours on Saturday. But before that happens, it will be a sunny and warm day with temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s, depending upon where you are. Warmer to the south, cooler to the north and east. That'll be on Saturday. Sunday's weather, not too bad, mid-60s. And that is going to be with the possibility of a sprinkle or shower in some places, but nothing much. Also on Monday, back into the 70s with mild conditions to end off this month of March. It'll probably be between 2 and 4 degrees above normal. We had near normal rainfall, but well below normal snowfall. Hardly saw any snow except for a few flurries over the last couple of days, especially in the Northeast. If you are flying on this Friday, we are seeing a warm front approaching the area. That's going to bring in some cloud cover for later in the day and maybe some showers tonight. But it does look like the New York, Newark area will be pretty good. No problems, major problems weather-wise. Also Philly and Washington, D.C., Baltimore looking pretty good. Up in the Boston area, stationary front right across central Massachusetts. That'll keep them in clouds, but no major weather problems expected up there. Also looking at dry weather in Charlotte. A very warm, sultry day down in Atlanta. Good conditions weather-wise into there, almost Florida-like. And down in central and south Florida, the weather looks pretty good, except for some rain showers across the Keys. Houston looks like some rain, also some showers possible in Dallas-Fort Worth. Fair and mild in Chicago. Looks like some rainy weather in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but across the northern portion of Minnesota and up in the northern Great Lakes, looks like an ice storm there in the UP of Michigan and up in Lake Superior area. Elsewhere across the nation, looks dry in San Diego, also L.A. and San Francisco dry, but looks like more rainy weather for Portland and Seattle, eventually spilling into the nation's midsection and maybe an East Coast storm sometime around the middle of next week. There you have it. It looks like very mild spring-like weather coming up this weekend. You're going to see a lot of blossoming, a lot of other things starting to grow around the area, so hope you enjoy it. I'm meteorologist Steve Pellettiere. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you on Saturday. Take care.